In this video, I'm going to be giving you 5 of the most disgusting running hacks that nobody talks about. But these 5 things can absolutely change your running. What is up, everybody, and welcome to FORDY Runs and a bit of an out there video. I thought we'd do something a little bit different. I thought it would be a little bit, not controversial, but we'd roll the dice and see how this one goes. Okay, right, so I wanted to sort of highlight this because it was a discussion that we had on a run the other day. We was talking about 1 or 2 different things. And it made me think about those sort of things that I do, things that I know people do, that you probably don't talk about because they're quite disgusting to talk about, but they're actually a bit of a game changer in terms of hacks. And if you do them, they may save a toenail or stop some bleeding in certain places and that kind of thing. So get your sick bag and your note and pen ready, because we're going to dive into the 5 most disgusting running hacks that could actually change your running. Right, okay, so ready? Feet. So feet. The biggest sort of tip or hint or hack that I got given when I started out marathon training was to keep my toenails really short. So this, oh, this is a bit disgusting, but I purposely cut my toenails short every week. I don't let them get to a certain length. I don't let them get, you know, when you can feel on the side they're a little bit ingrown, I don't let them get there. And it's just trying to keep on top of them. I have had periods where I haven't, and like my big toenail fell off. So trying to keep on top of your feet, trying to keep on top of those toenails in particular, will really, well, it is a game changer. So the number one, sort of the first hack, because the biggest hack is coming at the end, but the sort of number one hack that I want to give you is keep on top of your toenails. It will be a game changer. Okay, Vaseline. Yes, we're going into Vaseline, and we're going to be talking really, I think, because I've got no experience with girls, but we're going to talk about boys. So boys, look, Vaseline, it can be a bit of a game changer as well. So undercarriage, without going too crude, I Vaseline my undercarriage. I also Vaseline down my thighs, groin down to my thighs. I have found that really works to stop chafing. I have found that really helps in terms of rubbing, and I've felt that it's sort of almost helped kept everything together in one place. It's a process that I do before I do a long run and before I do a race. I also find doing that if it's going to be raining and stuff like that helps. But I can't recommend enough putting plenty of Vas in those sort of regions down there, you know what I'm talking about, and really applying it, because just keeping it sort of lubricated really stops some of that friction and can stop some of that rubbing and that chafing. And you know, if you're at the end of the run and you're all sort of, I don't know, chafed up down there, it can be very uncomfortable and can take a while to heal. So I would recommend for you boys to get some Vaseline and start Vaselining your undercarriage. Right, okay, we couldn't talk about disgusting hacks without talking about toilet. So a key one is to make sure that you have a good clear out in the morning before you go and do your run. Or if you're doing your run in the evening, make sure you've had a clear out. I think it's really uncomfortable when you feel like you need to go. And I'm a sort of regular person, and I really feel anxious if I haven't been regular that morning. So for me to go in the morning before I go, even like twice before I go out and do my long run, I'll take a little bit extra time. I'll get up a little bit earlier to make sure that I've had a good clear out. I think you know what I'm talking about. But making sure that you've had that, I think it just settles you down. It sorts you out a bit. And especially if you're taking gels and things like that. But being on top of that toilet, being on top of that, you know, making sure that you've had a good clear out, you're nice and sort of relaxed down there, it can really help. There's nothing worse than you going out there having stitches, having gut pain because you need to go and getting caught short, all that stuff out there. So my tip really and hack for you is get yourself up a little bit earlier if you're running earlier. But if you're running late, make sure you also have a good clear out and take that little bit extra time to go to the toilet and make sure you're all settled in your stomach. Right, next one, and we've got that 5th one coming, which is a game changer for everyone, right? But the 4th one, and this is a weird one, but before you go out for your run, try and have a good clear out of your nose. Having a stuffy nose or blocked nose or, you know, bogies and all that horrible stuff up there, it actually can restrict some of your breathing. And I found that just, again, having a bit of a blowing session before I go out, or just before I start my run, or if I get underway, I take a tissue out of me, clearing out my nose, getting rid of some of those bogies and snot and horrible stuff, it actually really helps my breathing, because I can breathe through my nose, I can regulate my breathing, and I find that really, really helps me. So I'd recommend the same to you. Again, it's all about adding a little bit extra into your morning routine or whatever it is, but have a good clear out of your nose as well as your guts. Okay, the fifth one, and this is a game changer for anybody who struggles with nipple chafing. So I used to put KT tape over my nipples, which is good and it works, right? And I could recommend that to some of you, but it can come off if you get hot and sweaty. Now, I found these on Amazon. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video, and these things, these nipple sort of patches, have been a game changer. I stick them on before I leave the house, put them over my nipples, and then off I go. And they stay on there. I've had no problems, and I mean 0 problems with these things coming off. And I do suffer with like nipple rub, particularly when I get hot and sweaty and the tops start rubbing and things like that. I am sensitive to that. So finding these things on Amazon really, honestly, have been a game changer. So I can't recommend these enough. And again, check out the description, and I'll put the link in there. But honestly, putting those over my nipples has saved the day. Okay, so they're the 5 that I wanted to get over to you. Now, let me know in the comments, what sort of disgusting hacks do you know that may save our other runners in our community? Get them in the comments below. Share those sort of running hacks that you know and put them down in the comments so other people find it. But that's it from me. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Thanks for sort of bearing with me on this video. It's a little bit out there, but I thought it was important to talk about because nobody talks about these things. So that's why I wanted to do this video. Right guys, that's it from me. I'll catch you later.